everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to another video. This is a little Valentine's special, and we're going to look at your upcoming energies in your love life. We've got 4 piles to choose from. First one, we have the Amazonite. I'm going to choose that one. Pile number 2. This is Lepidolite. Beautiful. Purple, my favorite color. The golden, Pyrite. And we have red agate. Okay. So take a moment to make your choice and we'll see what is coming up in your love life and who's going to be your Valentine this year. I hope you enjoy this reading and thank you so much for watching. If you have chosen pile number 1 with the Amazonite heart, then this is your reading. So looking at these energies when it comes to love, I think you've been in a very, I think it's been rather quiet for a while in your love life. This could be due to conscious choice, just focusing on yourself, potentially with a high priestess, needing time to get some very specific and very important insights about what you're really looking for, what is really right for you. I feel you're also looking for a connection that doesn't feel entirely, like mundane, if that is the right word. You're looking for something not otherworldly, but you're looking for a connection that has something that has just deeper layers to it, and where you feel like you're being divinely guided towards someone. So there is a much deeper meaning, like not a casual encounter or a casual Tinder date or something like that, but you have been reflecting a lot and you have been thinking about what you truly need in a connection, in a romantic connection. The Six of Swords points to, it's an energy of moving on, getting better mentally, or coming out of a quite of a negative mental state. So I feel these two together, there has been not the best energy around your love life. Maybe you have been through a series of disappointments, and you just maybe you've just recently maybe just recently left a connection. Maybe there was a breakup. You are still healing. This is also about healing, about about moving on, entering a different frame in your mind, finding a new perspective, and just getting a bit of distance, but also really listening to your intuition and going within. And what is it that I'm really looking for? This wasn't the right thing. This was not satisfying. And maybe the path forward is like, you do need a bit of time to really maybe fully understand the lessons that you've been through recently, or really you need some time to really get behind your own needs and really understand that, and not kind of tell yourself, oh, maybe it's wrong to want that, it's wrong to expect that, it's why should I long for something better? There's nothing better, or maybe I don't deserve it, and just negative thoughts like that. So I think you're coming out of a quite of a reflective state. The way forward then would be to approach this with a bit more playfulness. Maybe when you're ready, there will be someone around you who is a bit of a playful spirit, and there is a chance to enter into a romantic connection potentially with this person. It says, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So this is a bit of a gloomy, I'm not going to say like really gloomy card, but it's quite introspective. It's more about healing and mentally detaching. So it's not the most joyful energy, but I feel you will come back into a more playful and joyful energy. And this has a freshness. There's a freshness about this. And maybe what you've been through, you needed to experience this to start fresh now and start with a new outlook on your romantic life in general. And so this is the play forward. Just take small steps towards a more like open attitude, because with these cards it's not so easy. They're very introvert or introspective energies, so it's not about like, oh yeah, I want to go to the next big party and I want to go dating, I want to sign up on 20 apps and I want to find my love there. Yeah, I'm all up for it. No, it takes some time to process, and then you'll be able to move forward. Maybe this is a little warning here, that you're not going to make the same mistake. Maybe a mistake that you previously made was that you didn't really listen to your intuition enough, and you mistook a connection that was not as deep or was not as honest as you thought. You mistook it for a true connection. So it says, avoid the trap of mistaking a fantasy for a true soul connection. So maybe you're projecting something onto someone, or not just seeing the true colors of a person, and this has led you to this really reflective state where you had to understand, what was I thinking? How was I perceiving things? Where did it go wrong? So don't make the same mistake again. So be a bit playful, but also take your time. Don't jump into something with blind enthusiasm and think, oh, this must be it now. So I feel this is one of the lessons that you have learned, so you can leave this energy behind and you can move forward definitely with more awareness, better connection with your intuition, like, who are the right people for me? Do they really have my best interest at heart? And maybe also seeing, like, getting better at recognizing the red flags when it comes to communicating with people, maybe a bit more honesty with yourself. I feel not excusing so much, the other people, if they say something nasty about you, or if they are thoughtless, if they are ungrateful, or yeah, if they're not truthful, and maybe you've been too gracious a little bit in the past, but now you have to be a bit more cautious, but you're gonna open up. So but this is gonna take some time, but maybe this Valentine's Day is gonna give you an opportunity to rediscover that playful spirit, and you'll be able to move on and have a much better experience next time around. Okay. Yeah, I wish you the best of luck. If you have chosen pile number 2 with the Lepidolite, then this is your reading. So looking at your energies, I feel you've been quite stuck in a situation for a long period of time. I feel like this is not yet fully in the past. I feel this is still going on because this card is here. You're still kind of battling. You're still fighting. You're still maybe trying to make something work that you know is holding you back, and you know it's not healthy for you. This is the devil card in the traditional tarot, and it talks about unhealthy habits or illusions or a lot of negative thinking, maybe being manipulated by someone or manipulating yourself with your own thoughts. We can easily do that because what we're telling ourselves, if this is what we believe is true, this is going to shape our experience, of course. I feel there has been a really unhealthy situation going on for quite a while, and it's really impacted your self-esteem and your confidence. So if you are in a connection right now, or if this pertains to past experiences, there's quite a lot of negativity here that needs to be detoxed from the system. And maybe you have stayed in a connection, maybe something has been going back and forth, or someone hasn't been treating you well, yet you have been unable to cut ties and realize, or maybe realize but not been able to follow through. Maybe have realized this is not good enough for me, or I don't deserve to be treated like that, or this person really doesn't see my worth, or they can't fulfill my needs, or I can't fulfill theirs. So something is that's not very positive. This card feels that it comes up for a long time. Maybe there is still some hope left, but maybe you have been trying to get out of this unhealthy state. Maybe it's just maybe it's not an actual relationship going on at this moment. It could be like an addiction to a person, or not being able to move on, or not being able to let someone go, or let a relationship go mentally. And maybe you have had a lot of faith in this connection, or just tried to save it. But now you feel like, actually I have to go in the other direction. I have to go in the other direction. And also I feel this is pulling you back towards the past. You're being pulled into the past, and a cycle. I feel like a long cycle of very similar negative experiences in the past that have been holding you back. You're not in the present moment. Here it says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So you have to maybe leave something behind. You have to detach from something. Maybe you have been too fixated on a person or a connection, or just an idea of a particular relationship, and it has turned out that this is never going to fulfill your needs. It is never going to make you happy. Yet you have tried to save this. I'm feeling more with this card, you're trying to move away from this, and you're battling your old habits in when it comes to love and relationships. Maybe you're realizing that everything you've tried hasn't worked, and it's just completely draining your energy. This card speaks of really exhaustion, being bruised and beaten. Hopefully not literally, but figuratively, definitely trying over and over again. I think you're trying to get away from this. You're trying to get away from this and make progress. And it's interesting. This is quite a spiritual card. Is Moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius for me is always number one spiritual sign. It's always about personal growth, gaining wisdom, exploring more, having a more positive approach. And the spiritual card, this oracle card, is right underneath, and it says your spiritual journey is beginning. And this is the moon in Sagittarius, so this is very spiritual energy here as well. So probably your attempts when it comes to getting out of a very negative, either actual relationship or very negative state, having old attachments, kind of fighting your inner demons, you feel like this is the time now to start a new journey, spiritual journey. And you are on that path of personal growth. There's a lot of personal growth, I feel, is coming out of this. All of this negativity is leading to a lot of spiritual growth and insights, a lot of insights. And you feel like, I don't want to stay stuck in this anymore. I want to make progress. I want to make changes. I'm not going to fight for this. I'm going to fight for something else. I'll be able to detach and move away from these old patterns, old habits, or negative people. And people have not appreciated you, people have not supported you. And you're feeling the weight of this. You're feeling the weight of this kind of enlightenment. This, to me, speaks of like spiritual enlightenment, and has really had a positive effect on you. You're really wary now, and you're feeling this is never going to work. I have to find a different direction. And now the insights are pouring in. A new perspective is available to you now. You're ready for this. We have to come into the present moment. This will really make you attractive to other people. And because if you are in the here and now, and you can see the beautiful things, or this is the classic smelling the roses. It puts you in the right state. It puts you in the present moment. It's something that is real. I feel like this was all illusion, what you've been through. You had a lot of hope, but it turned out to be an illusion, and you're longing for something real. You want to connect with something real again, something you can taste and touch and smell. And this is the journey you're currently on. And maybe this Valentine's Day, just really try to go somewhere where you have a nice atmosphere, also people you feel safe with, people you know that have supported you in the past, and they're not putting you down, and they will encourage you to move forward and try to enjoy the moment, try to enjoy living in the moment. And then this could be the key to you, for you to discover a new romantic connection, which will be on a much higher level, spiritually speaking. It will be on a much higher level, because you've been through so many ups and downs, but it's put you on a spiritual path. It's like an ascension, and you're not fully ready to approach this from a totally different angle, and it looks very, very positive. So try to live and enjoy in the moment, the present moment, and it could all change for you. Yeah, this is your path, this is your journey, and it's a journey with a lot of hope. And don't lose your hope. You're not losing your hope. This is the confirmation. You have understood that things need to change, and there is a lot that you need to leave behind. So be gentle with yourself, and just know that you're on the path, and there is some love there for you if you make that change. Okay, I wish you the best of luck. If you have chosen pile number 3 with the Pyrite, then this is your reading. So in love, when it comes to love and relationships, you're really looking for deeper meaning. This could also be about finding your tribe of like-minded people. Maybe this is the area where you've had the best connections, or found the best people suited to you in the past, people you really like, people that are on the same wavelength, people that share the same beliefs as you. This is the Divine Guidance card. It's the Hierophant in the traditional tarot, or the Pope. So this is a card that is really a lot about commitment. So I'm feeling you have really high standards when it comes to love and relationships. Maybe you're looking for a partner, or what you're looking in for a partner is your partner also needs to be some kind of a guide, some kind of mentor for you, something that you can have a lot of trust in, someone that feels like, maybe not like a father figure, but someone that guides you on your path, someone that has a lot of experience, has a lot of wisdom, someone who knows the rules of life and can give you guidance when you don't know, which way to turn. So I feel you're looking, maybe you're also looking for someone who's who's older, doesn't have to be, but certainly someone who's experienced and who's solid, who's definitely solid with both feet on the ground. For you, love and relationships at this time is nothing, casual about it. I feel there's absolutely nothing casual about it. You're looking for something truly long term, something really meaningful, and someone you align with when it comes to spiritual beliefs and the traditions that are important to you. So this could be a defining factor. Maybe it could be someone who's particularly religious, or maybe just someone who's a very spiritual person and who has maybe studied a lot and comes across as someone very, very knowledgeable about life, and maybe someone who's very supportive of other people. With this card, I feel communication also plays a dominant role when it comes to romance. This is like what I call this like the breakthrough card. So this is a breakthrough. This is mental clarity, some new idea or some truth coming out, finally getting it, knowing that this is it, or discovering something that is truly groundbreaking. And it could be that you could have met someone recently, or you could be involved with someone where you're feeling, I think now I've gathered all the information about this person, about this relationship. I've figured it out. I figured it out. I think this is the right time. I think this is my timing. This is the moment to move forward into the next chapter. So this is a symbol of new beginning, a new chapter. So maybe you have found someone that you feel is really up to your very high standards, someone that you can have amazing communication with, someone that is very truthful, someone that is willing to share their knowledge, their experience, and it's very exciting to talk to this person and learn from them. And you feel that you have now really gotten to know this person very well. You really know them. You feel safe and secure. And now you're ready to move on to the next chapter. So this is when this card comes in. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Again, guided. We've got the guidance here. So I feel like by getting to know this person on a very, very deep level, you have taken steps forward as you've been feeling more and more secure and safe in this relationship. And now there is a chance to take this to the next level. And this may be up to you. You may be the one who's being asked to use this Ace of Swords and start the communication. This is a fresh start with clarity, with absolute clarity. And there is no doubts. I feel there's no doubts. Look, below is the enlightenment. So this is both about kind of enlightenment, really understanding. Oh yes, I got it. I got all the facts together. I've got all the information. Or it may just be like sharp intuition, just coming out of nowhere. But I feel like you have been taking a lot of time to almost like investigate this person and really try to learn everything about them to see if they're really on the same page with you. And now you feel you're ready. I mean, you feel bold enough. You feel bold enough to say, look, I think we could take the next step in this relationship, which could be a marriage, which could be an engagement, or it could just be from, you know, moving in. There's something about taking the next steps here and about you making the effort. So this is the effort. So first of all, it's just talking openly. You have to speak openly about how you feel about this connection and that you want to take it to the next level, potentially. Because it looks like there's really something really divine. So we have divine guidance, we have guided, and again, divine enlightenment. So you may feel that the connection you're in, or it may even be one that is just around the corner for you, yes, just coming up. You have realized, or you're going to realize very quickly with the Ace of Swords, that you have been divinely guided towards this person, towards the connection, and that this is someone who can really be your long-term partner. This is so much about commitment. This card, this may be someone who has quite traditional views, but if they are happy to discuss and debate and look at different topics, if they're not narrow-minded, that's very important. Then this could be a great connection. Could be a very both spiritual and intellectual connection. So now it's up to you to take the next step. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So you feel guided. You feel like, I think I have to make my move, and you probably realize that the divine is working in your favor and that this is a connection that is there for you to last. So, and you feel, I feel like there is a lot of trust there. There is a lot of, like, you know that this person is not going to leave your side, or is not going to it's not going to leave you like in a, like without reason, without you doing anything wrong whatsoever. This is a strong connection, and you've just had the realization that this is the right thing for you, and it's probably a very good idea to move forward with this and trust the divine. You can really trust the divine. This person is going to stand with you, and maybe this Valentine's Day, this could be the day to make the effort and to speak up and say, look, I think we're really on the same page here, and we want the same things, we have the same values, and I feel that I've been guided towards you. We can learn so much from each other, and that this is a really great connection. You've just realized that there's everything you're looking for you can find in this connection, or you are going to find if it's in the near future. So now you should just make the effort when the moment feels right and move forward, take the next step, because you're being guided towards it. And you will have no doubt that this is the right decision in that moment. I wish you the best of luck. If you have chosen pile number 4 with a red agate heart, then this is your reading. In your life, this could be in your life in general, or it could be about a particular relationship. It looks like there has been a shake-up. Something has completely broken down that was not meant to survive any longer. This is a situation that has ended, a situation that you've outgrown. So this could be in your life in general, your current situation, or it could be a specific relationship that has just fallen apart, and it's just, it was unstoppable. This was a process that was unstoppable. This is the Tower card in the traditional tarot, and it talks about a sudden change, a sudden revelation that something is absolutely no longer doable or valid, or there's nothing to gain anymore from this situation. So maybe this is really reflecting your overall state. Maybe you're on the brink of a brand new life chapter. Maybe something you have built and that you have had trust in has just completely fallen apart, because you are ready for something greater, something better, something is much more suited to your current state. Because we grow out of, or we outgrow things, and they become too small for us, kind of like a dress or some trousers, they just don't fit us anymore. And so this is breaking free from something that's just been it has become too tight, that's become suffocating. Maybe you have not made the changes that were necessary, and you have tried to hold on to the status quo for a long time, and now everything has exploded right before your eyes. If this is about a relationship, then this could be some outside forces that have just caused this relationship to fall apart. You know, be it a revelation that just your partner is just not right for you anymore. No matter what has happened, you're just not, there's just no compatibility. You have become a different person. You are ready to move on to something. And there is some energy coming in here, which is very, very passionate, which is fiery, and it's very enthusiastic and vibrant. If this is a particular person, then this person will be a very fiery person. Could be already there or on your radar. And maybe this person has been around for a while, but you weren't ready yet. But now it's all fallen apart. Something has really fallen apart here, and that has left a void. The chance to move on to something new. Freedom. It's often described as freedom as well, because that is really freedom. If you're being catapulted out of a situation that is just strangling you, that's what the Tower is about. But here's some very, very attractive energy, either coming in or already around you. Doesn't have to be, so this could be a male or a female. It's just, it embodies the energy of a person that is very confident and can be a very good influence when it comes to, picking yourself up, seeing things from a positive angle. Again, yes, there has been a breakup or something in your life has fallen apart for good, but there is already a chance to move on to something very captivating when it comes to energy, something very dynamic, that does not allow you to stay stuck for long and just spend your days crying and ruminating or beating yourself up. Oh, I should have done this and that, I haven't tried hard enough. You probably have tried hard enough, but this is something that can really pull you out of this. This energy can really quite quickly pull you out of that state of kind of looking around you and only seeing, the ruins of your life or your previous relationships. So that is very encouraging. So it may also be very, very tempting. Maybe if this is not your state, if this is an actual person, this person would be ready to sweep you off your feet easily and wrap you around their little finger. So there could be someone coming in or already around you that you could find really, really attractive, a very charismatic personality, and someone who can pull you away from any negativity or help you build your confidence again. Maybe someone you can go on a little adventure with, or someone who's just so fun and positive and just has such a different energy and such a vibrant spirit. It looks very exciting. And when we look at the oracle cards, well, they saying the same things pretty much. So we have stay optimistic about your love life. So it means, yes, something has ended here. The tower has crashed. But you've got every reason to stay optimistic about your love life. And you need to think positive, and you need to keep the faith, because in that state you just seen everything has fallen to pieces and what you have tried hasn't worked. So I think you have probably lost your faith in love and being worthy of a truly fulfilling relationship. So you could have gotten into a very negative pattern there, that thinking it's not going to happen for you, no matter, no matter what I try, it's not going to happen for me. It's really hard to see this from a positive angle and to just have faith that I will be able to find the right person. I will be able to find true romance. And it's saying stay optimistic, even after everything has been taken away, and this was needed, this was necessary for a reason. It hasn't survived because it was not compatible with your energy, with your state of growth anymore, right? This is why you had to move on from this. It was not working in your favor. So I have a feeling that there's some really good energy, captivating energy, contagiously optimistic, dynamic, fiery, fun, positive, confident energy coming in. It could be through a specific person that helps. It also helps you embody this state and realize that you are no longer stuck in something and trying to make something work that is no longer working. So try to stay positive, and you've got signs here. So there are probably already signs around you. And this could even be like having met a person that embodies these qualities, and you just couldn't connect to them or really see them, recognize them as such, because you still had to wrap up your old chapter, your old life chapter. It says true love, so you have been holding on here for a long time, because you once thought this was something real and it was true, and maybe it was really good for a while, but not every connection is meant to last forever. And it's saying just keep thinking positive thoughts about yourself, about love, about what you're worthy of receiving, worthy of experiencing. And you are looking for true love. So there will be signs. Maybe this could also be a person that leads you on the right path. Maybe this is already the sign, or will lead you to a new, different environment where you will be able to see these signs. But you have to get into a new state of starting fresh and having confidence in yourself. That is very, very important, because without the confidence and feeling you're good enough and interesting enough and attractive enough, it's very hard to stay positive. It's very hard to stay optimistic. So this may take a little while, but if you don't fall back into negative patterns and keep your eyes peeled for signs around you, there are signs around you that will lead you maybe towards this person, or maybe this is the energy that helps you get into the state to be able to recognize the signs. So it's both saying like, watch out, keep the faith, and there is romance there. So just try to get yourself in a positive mood. Maybe talk to someone who really has a positive effect on you with their views, someone who can help you restore faith, restore the confidence, someone who's capable of showing you real appreciation, so that you can build on that, and it's going to be so much easier then to stay optimistic. I feel there's signs around you, or signs going to show up for you pretty soon. Wow, what an interesting journey. I wish you the best of luck.